In today's video, we're going to be talking about some fragrances that were sent to me for free from the brands, but they are fragrances that I love and I would absolutely pay for. So if you're interested, then just keep watching. Hi, my name is Ayesha from simplyayesha.com. Here on YouTube, I make videos about fragrance, beauty, luxury, and lifestyle. If those are things you're interested in, please consider subscribing. And if you are a returning subscriber, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So when it comes to PR, I know that can be a touchy subject for some of y'all. And when I say PR just stands for public relations. And basically whenever you hear a creator say, I was sent this in PR, that means that they were sent that product from the brand. They did not have to pay for it, or from a brand. It may not necessarily be like the brand who makes the fragrance. It could be a different brand. And so with that being said, the fragrances that I have here today were all sent to me from companies, and none of them are new. So this is not like a PR fragrance haul. Well, actually one of them is new, but this is not a PR fragrance haul. These are just fragrances that were sent to me at some point that after wearing them or experiencing them, I would pay out of my own pocket if I had to. Thankfully, I didn't have to, and I appreciate getting PR because I spend a lot of money on fragrances, like a lot of money on fragrances. I do get some PR and I'm thankful for that, but the bulk of my collection is out of Ayesha's pockets, okay? So when I get a free bottle, that does not sway me to talk about that fragrance in a positive light. It doesn't sway me to talk about a fragrance at all because I have so many fragrances. Like, I don't need to impress any fragrance companies or fragrance brands just for sending me a free bottle. That's not how it works for me, at least. But anyway, the fragrances that I have here were all sent to me, but I'll absolutely pay for them. So let's go ahead and get into them. So I have 10 fragrances, and these will be in no particular order. So this first one is from Enigma Parfums, and this is Enigma Parfum. So this fragrance is absolutely amazing. Now, this is the male version. They do have an Enigma that is geared towards women. I think it's called the Parfum version. This is the Parfum. And they are completely different fragrances. So keep that in mind if you're shopping around on the internet for them. They're completely different. This one is a spicy, boozy, gorgeous scent. I love this fragrance. So to me, this definitely gives off a classy cocktail with Coke type vibe. I have the Parfum Cologne version of this, and I always describe that one as like my sexy rum and Coke. Well, I'm thinking this one is more of like a very high-end dark spicy rum and Coke. Besides that kind of rum and Coke vibe that I get from this, it has a little bit of woodiness. It's very smooth. If you've ever smelled the Parfum Cologne version, I feel like that one is a lot brighter. This one is more toned down. So this is one that I tend to go for at nighttime. It can definitely be worn any time of day, honestly, but I tend to wear this one at night, whereas I really like wearing the Parfum Cologne version during the day. And if you don't know, the Parfum Cologne version is in my top 10 list of fragrances, but honestly, they're quite interchangeable, and I love this one as well. So I'm really happy to have it. It is an expensive fragrance, but honestly, if I had to pay for it, I definitely would. Especially because I feel like a little bit of this fragrance goes a long way. The bottle is gorgeous. Love it. So again, that is Roja Enigma Parfum Parfum. This next fragrance is from Soradora, and this is called Broceliande. Y'all, I love this fragrance. This is one that when the company sent me another fragrance, I think it was, I don't remember. They sent me another fragrance, but they had a sample in there, a Broceliande, and I fell in love, y'all. So I went through a couple samples, and the next time they offered me PR, I requested this bottle because I love this. So this is a citrusy scent, but it's a very like resinous, almost animalic, musky citrus. It's so interesting. To me, I think of this fragrance as a mix between light and dark, because when I smell it, I get those bright citruses, but at the same time, I smell these dark, more animalic, more like incensey type notes. I love this fragrance. I think it's perfect year round. I do wear it in the summer more just because I think when I got it, it was in the summer and I wore it a lot that summer, and now it reminds me of the summer. So I feel like it can be worn year round though, and it's just a very interesting scent. This is not going to be a fragrance for everybody. I definitely would not recommend blind buying this because I have heard some people say it goes too animalic for them. Some people just don't get it, but for me, I absolutely love this one. So again, that is Broceliande from Soradora. This next fragrance is also from Soradora, and this one is called Janney. So this one is definitely newer to my collection. I think I got this one in about January of this year. But y'all, this is so good. I requested this one from the brand because I heard all the ladies talking about it. It sounded like something I liked, but to be honest, I wasn't sure that I was ready to jump out on a limb and pay for it, because I thought based on the notes, it might be really similar to Angel Share by Kilian. And I heard a lot of people comparing it to that. So that's why, I mean, to be completely honest, that's why I didn't want to spend my money on it. However, I got the bottle and I was happily surprised. It is similar to Angel Share in the way that for me, when I smell it, I do get some sort of like apple pastry type scent, but it does not smell the same as Angel Share to me. And I'm so thankful for that, because I don't want to just keep buying the same fragrances over and over, or getting the same fragrances over and over from companies. But anyway, so when I smell this, I get that like apple pastry. And I don't want to say apple pie, because I feel like to me, it smells more like a apple Danish or something like that. Apple fritter. Yeah, apple fritter, because I feel like I could definitely pick up that flakiness, but it's done in a kind of airy way. And then in addition to that kind of apple fritter type smell, I do smell some spices, like warm spices, maybe something like cinnamon that kind of complements that apple pie essence. But there's also some depth to this fragrance, and I don't know if it's a boozy note. It kind of smells like it could be, but it's very toned down. So this fragrance, although it's sweet and it has these very gourmand notes to it, it definitely has this airy presence to it. And for that reason, I love it, because a lot of my heavy gourmands, I cannot wear year round. They're too much for me in the heat. But something like this, like the way it's done, it's so airy, it's so beautiful, it's sweet and tasty smelling, but it's done in a way that isn't obnoxious. It doesn't smell juvenile, it smells very grown up. So I'm getting the delicious vibes, but not smelling like a kid. And I definitely would pay for this. Like, I definitely could see myself wearing this one year round, no issues. So again, it's so addictive. That is Janney by Soradora. This next fragrance is from Oudwood Nomad, and this is Jardins de Misfa. So this fragrance is a fragrance that is based around dates. And when I say dates, I mean the fruit dates, not like going on dates. Anyway, the dates to me are definitely present in here. And if you've ever smelled dates, they're very kind of like sticky, sweet smelling. They smell very thick. Well, this has the smell of dates to me, but it's not done in a sticky, sweet way. It's done in a very transparent way. So it does smell like a sweet date, but then you also have some elements in here, like some sort of floral, I believe it's rose, in the background that definitely kind of uplifts this fragrance. But to me, the rose does not overtake the dates. To me, the dates is probably the most prominent note in this fragrance. So the overall vibe that I get from this fragrance is sweet, but also sparkly and transparent, and I love it. And this fragrance actually always reminds me of my hometown, which I think is really cool, because Oudwood Nomad, a lot of their fragrances are based on like different cities or based on like travel. And I feel like that's really cool, because this actually reminds me of a place. Even though it doesn't remind me of the place that they're talking about, it reminds me of my hometown, because I remember when I was a kid being around like people that had date trees and all, and being able to just pick them right off. So yeah, I love this fragrance. So again, that is Jardins de Misfa from Oudwood Nomad. This next fragrance is from Initio, and this is Side Effect. So this one was actually sent to me, not from Initio, but from a company that sells fragrances. So I am so glad this fragrance was sent to me, because this was my first Initio fragrance. And you know, I was a little bit nervous about buying Initio before this, because of the price tag, y'all. At that time, I was not able to smell Initio in store. And so the price was a lot. I mean, it still is a lot. The price was a lot, and I just hadn't like stepped my toes into Initio. But y'all, this is the fragrance that opened that door for me. And now Initio is one of my favorite brands. So I'm so thankful, because If I hadn't got this fragrance in PR, I might have been missing out on all those smell goods that I have from Initio now. Anyway, this one is Side Effect, and it is gorgeous. I might wear this weekend. I have a date night coming up, so I might wear this because I haven't worn it in a while. But anyway, this is a boozy but also dark leathery type scent. So the booze that's in here smells like a dark sweet rum. So you definitely have that sweetness there. It smells like there's some sort of plum or either dried fruits in here as well, giving it additional sweetness. And then you kind of have these leathery notes. And I don't know if it's true leather in here or if it's saffron that's giving it a leathery vibe. But either way, you definitely get a leathery or a suede type vibe to this. And it's just so, it's just good, y'all. It's just good. Again, I've heard a lot of people say they don't like this, which to me is like so surprising, but I get it. This is not probably a safe blind buy, but y'all, it is one that I absolutely love. Yeah, I'm gonna actually leave this bottle out because I think I want to wear this weekend on my date. Anyway, again, if you have not smelled Side Effect, you definitely should smell it and try it on your skin. Because I will say when I first got this fragrance, it wasn't what I was expecting. But as I tested it out, and I'll link my review video for it, I did like a couple years ago. As I tested it out, I started to fall more and more in love with it, and it became so addictive to me. So again, that is Side Effect from Initio. This next fragrance is from Fragrance Du Bois, and this is Secret Tryst. So this fragrance was sent to me, and to be honest, if they didn't send it to me, I probably would have bought it like very soon because after I got Lovers, so Fragrance Du Bois Lovers was sent to me, but it was sent to me from Karina Waldron. Like she just gifted it to me because she had an extra bottle. So thank you again to Karina. But after I got Lovers, I was way more interested in Secret Tryst and Cavort because they were all in the same collection. So I actually reached out to Fragrance Du Bois and asked them to send them to me because I wanted to do a video talking about the fragrances. And if they would have said no, or if they wouldn't have responded, I probably would have just bought this. I had smelled Cavort before, and I knew that I didn't really want that fragrance. Even though it's a beautiful fragrance, I felt like I didn't really need it per se. But Secret Tryst, y'all, I had never smelled her, and it's one that has been on my wish list for years, and I absolutely love it. It is a dark, spicy, cardamom, saffron type scent. It's so good. It's woody as well. And it's just so interesting. And I love cardamom. And a lot of times cardamom is mixed with coffee, but not in this fragrance. And I really like the way they infuse the cardamom with these other like elements, but I can still pick up on the cardamom. And I love that for me. I've heard a lot of women say this fragrance smells masculine. I disagree. I think it smells perfectly unisex, but if this is something you're interested in, definitely check out my review video first off. And then secondly, maybe try to get a sample or at least smell it in store. I find that this particular fragrance smells so good on, but it also smells so good on paper. And for me, the experience is quite similar. So me smelling it here is how it smells on my skin as well. And it's so good. It's so good. And people don't talk about this one that much, but y'all, I love it. So again, that is Secret Tryst by Fragrance Du Bois. This next fragrance is from Tom Ford, and this is Oudwood. Now y'all, I got Oudwood maybe last year, or maybe it was around the end of 2022 actually. Yeah, I think I got it in 2022. Anyway, y'all know, if you have been watching my channel for a while, y'all know I'm a Tom Ford stan, right? Y'all have seen the collection. So by the time I got this bottle, I probably already had like 19 or so Tom Ford fragrances. I don't know how many I have at this point, but I already had a lot of Tom Ford fragrances. So I'm just putting that out there because PR doesn't make a difference. Like I got this and I was already Tom Ford stan, and this just is one that I'm really happy that was sent to me because I always thought this was gonna be too masculine. However, I love it, y'all. So again, this is a dark woody scent. It does have oud in it, but the oud is very smooth and it gives it that extra like sense of mystique that you can get from oud. But there's other woody notes in here as well. And somehow this manages to keep like a clean woody vibe. To me, it smells quite classy and quite unisex, more so on the skin than it does on paper, because I had smelled this in the store like before, but I always thought that it leaned a bit too masculine. Fast forward to getting it sent to me, sprayed it on my body, fell in love, y'all. And again, I believe this has cardamom in it as well. I think it does. It kind of smells like it does. I don't know. But anyway, it's a mix of woods. It's very smooth. It's an older fragrance, but I still feel like it smells fresh. It doesn't smell like every other woody fragrance you ever smelled. I love this one, y'all. They sent me their big bottle, and I don't know if y'all can see my dent. It's not that big, but honestly, for me, it's big because this is a large 100 ml bottle, and y'all know I got a lot of fragrances. I don't be putting big dents in them, okay? You probably can't even see it, but y'all, I love this fragrance. I'm so happy that I finally tried it, like gave it a try. It took somebody sending it to me to give it a try on my skin, and I'm really glad that I did because I absolutely love this one. So again, that is Oudwood from Tom Ford. This next fragrance is from EPC, and this is called Tonka Sesame. So EPC, if you've never heard of them, it stands for Experimental Perfume Club, I believe. If not, I'll put it actually on the screen. I hate that I probably got that wrong. But anyway, they have a shop, and if I ever go there where they're located, I'm definitely going. But they have a shop where you can basically make your own fragrance using all their different materials or whatever. And so their fragrances are kind of named on different fragrance notes, and that will kind of tell you what it smells like. So this particular fragrance is Tonka Sesame, and yes, you definitely get the sesame in this. So this is not going to be for everybody, but y'all, it's absolutely amazing to me. So the sesame, if you don't know what sesame smells like, so think of almost like a toasted rice. That's kind of what sesame smells like to me. So think of the smell of rice, and then think about it being toasted like in a pan or whatever. That's what it smells like to me. And then you add in Tonka, and the Tonka is giving it some depth, is giving it a little bit of sweetness, but not too sweet. It's giving it a bit of a nuttiness. And it's just good, y'all. It's very interesting, but it's one that I absolutely love. And every time I wear it, I feel like I just smell like so unique. Like I smell like a fragrance girl. This is not gonna be for everybody. This is not gonna be for the person who just wants to smell good and doesn't care about any type of artistry in fragrance. Nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying, like, if that's you, this probably is not for you. But I like to smell different. I like to smell unique. I like to try different things that may not be for the normal person. And sometimes I fall in love. And this is one of those. So I'm very happy to have this. I do have a discovery set from this brand that I need to go through, but y'all know I'm horrible with samples. So again, that is Tonka Sesame from EPC. So this next fragrance is from House of Sillage, and this is Cream Chiffon. Now I have to say, House of Sillage has sent me a lot of fragrances, but this is the one that I picked out because I don't know, lately I've been feeling like this is my favorite out of the ones they've sent me. I've purchased some of my own too, but out of the ones they sent me, this is the one that always grabs my attention. I love the bottle. It is delicious smelling. And the thing is, with House of Sillage, they're always running a sale. So I will say, if you want something from House of Sillage, wait to get on sale. Out of all these fragrances here, when I was coming up with the idea for this video, I was thinking these are fragrances I would pay full price for, right? And I would, except for this one, because they're literally always running a sale. Now, if they didn't run sales, I would pay full price for it. But because I know they're always running a sale, I wouldn't, you know? So if they ever stop running sales and I run out, I will buy this full price, okay? But anyway, Cream Chiffon is a citrusy, vanilla, fluffy type scent. So to me, what I get is like a lemon, but it's a very like soft, no edge, like creamy lemon. And then I definitely feel like there's whipped cream or some sort of like meringue or something in here that's giving it this very fluffy, sweet but fluffy vibe. That's what I think of when I smell this fragrance. It's simple, but it is done so well. And I know citrusy vanillas are a thing right now, but this one is just done so well. It also kind of has this slight bit of a soapy vibe. I don't really know how to explain that because it doesn't smell clean per se, but it definitely gives me a slight bit of a soapy vibe. And y'all, I love this one. There's something that is so intoxicating about this fragrance to me. I love wearing it. It brings me a ton of comfort, but I also get compliments on it. And it is a softer scent. but for some reason, people's noses seem to pick up on this fragrance like none other. I'm always super surprised when I get complimented on this, but every time I wear this out in public, somebody says something. There has not been one time that I've worn this outside of my house and been around somebody and they didn't say something. So maybe it's just my skin chemistry, but y'all, I love this fragrance. So again, that is Cream Chiffon by House of Sillage. And then the last fragrance is the newest one in this video. This one is from Harlem Candle Company, and this is called Duke. So they sent me this along with a box of goodies. I did an unboxing on Instagram, but y'all, I didn't have to do that unboxing. They sent it to me as a gift, but when I saw the beautiful outside packaging, I'm like, y'all, I gotta unbox this. We gotta check out my goodies. So check out that video on Instagram if you're interested, but this smells so good. So Duke is their newest fragrance. And prior to this, I already owned 2 fragrances from this brand. And I think they actually saw me lighting one of their candles in another reel. And so that's why they reached out to me. But I really enjoy this brand. I like the other 2 fragrances that I have. I have another one on my wish list now. I have a couple other candles now. And so I was really happy to get this fragrance. So this fragrance is a spicy, like tobacco-based scent. But in addition to tobacco, I feel like there's some woodiness in here. And the woodiness to me is one of those kind of fresh woods. So think something like cedar. And then I also feel like there's a little bit of booziness in this fragrance, maybe some honey as well. It is really good, y'all. Now this one, I will have to say, I have not worn it full body, but I will tell you it was love at first sniff. I have been spraying it like periodically on my hands and on my arms, like when my fragrance is kind of worn off for the day and I just want to experience this a little bit. I have sprayed it like that, but I haven't worn it full body yet. But I have to say, I've been loving it. It's just that I have a lot of new fragrances right now, so I haven't gotten around to full body wearing this one yet. But when I got it, I knew it was a love at first sniff and I would definitely pay for it. And this fragrance though, I will say, if you're interested and you are a woman, proceed with caution because this is a unisex fragrance and I know it's called Duke, but it's named after Duke Ellington. So Duke doesn't mean that only men can wear it, okay? But anyway, this is a unisex fragrance, but I think it may slightly lean masculine in my opinion. And if you're not into that, then this may not work for you. But just smell it, y'all. We all have a different perception of what's masculine and what's feminine when it comes to fragrances. For me, I will definitely wear this. Actually, I might wear it tonight. We'll see. We'll see if I remember, if I put it in the right spot and wear it tonight. But it smells so good. I love it. And these fragrances are not extremely expensive, so I cannot wait to wear it some more. And they actually sent me samples with my package. So basically, by them sending me a free fragrance, they also sold me on another fragrance because now I feel like I need Josephine from them as well, which is inspired by Josephine Baker. So anyway, very happy to have this. And even though I have not worn it, I can tell you this is something that I would definitely pay for full price. And if me and my husband were the type of couple that shared fragrances, I feel like this would be a really good one. Y'all, so time out before I move on, because I need to be going. I need to be walking out of my house right at this second. But before I move on real quick, I had this idea of having me and my husband wear the same fragrance for like a week or so, kind of testing them out so I can see like how they smell on him, how they smell on me, and doing some sort of video about that. Let me know if that's something you're interested in. And if you have any suggestions on how I should do that, let me know that as well. But anyway, this fragrance is called Duke from Harlem Candle Company. So guys, those are the fragrances that I received, but I would pay for out of my own pocket, out of my own coins. Let me know if you've tried any of these fragrances. What do you think of them? If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I have tons of content that you can check out. I've been making videos for a long time, so make sure you go ahead and just binge my content if you're looking for something to watch. Also, check out my website, www.simplyayesha.com. Over there, I do talk about fragrance, but I also talk about other things that I enjoy. Get on my email list so that we never lose contact. If you want to connect me more, follow me on Instagram. I'm in my stories almost every day, and I love to chat with y'all in the DMs. And also follow me on TikTok, where I keep my content very casual. I hope you all enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.